A lot of people ask me, how long have I had my YouTube channel? How did you grow? How did you get it to this many subscribers? I've currently got over 2,000 subscribers, but I thought I would share with you really my journey from 2020 just to give you encouragement because, 2,000 subscribers, but in January I only got 4 new subscribers. In February, 3 subscribers. So what I'm going to share with you in this video is a little tour of the year, just a recap of the year, just to show you how things can grow really organically and how you don't really see at a particular point what impact you're going to have. Little changes that you do are going to have, but they will happen later on. So if you don't know me, my name is Anthony English. I have this YouTube channel and it has, well, let me show you the content here. So I have a lot of videos. Let me show you the videos about Zoom. They're the big ones. Okay, how to turn off your camera in Zoom, 165,000 views. And these Zoom ones, how to change your profile picture, about the same. Another one around your profile picture, 106,000 views. So you might get discouraged by that and you think, I could never get there. So that's why I wanted to show you, you definitely can. First of all, I have been on YouTube since 2013 and some people were subscribing to me. I never asked anybody to, but some people were subscribing to me. I started the year with 150 subscribers. I had no idea where they were from, who they were, why they subscribed, but it happened just by being there. But what happened is that after in January, I may have had a couple of videos from a few months before, and they were not doing well. February, as you can see, 776 views for the whole month for my entire channel. Now, you might think, wow, that's amazing, that's great. But really, that's not many views, okay? That's so if you've got 30 days in a month, it's like 20 views per day, okay? And you might think, well, that's good. Well, if it is good. Well, you can aim for 20 views per day because look at what happened in March. Suddenly, my channel started to get some traction. And it wasn't really anything brilliant that I did. I was just lucky because in March 2020, beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people were working from home and they were starting to look up questions about Zoom and how to use it. And so I had some videos out there about how to use Zoom, and 1 or 2 of them started to do quite well. You can see the subscriber count is growing, 22. The aim was to get to 1,000 subscribers, and 1,000 subscribers because that's what you need for monetization. You go to your monetization tab here in YouTube Studio if you've got a YouTube channel. And your monetization requires you to have 1,000 subscribers. You've also got to have 4,000 hours of your watch time of your videos being watched, which seems really impossible. It seemed impossible to me. Look at the growth. Okay, in April, 154. In May, 211. About this time, somebody told me, oh, if you need to get more subscribers, you better start asking people to subscribe. I never knew. I did, so I started doing that in my newer videos. I asked people to subscribe. I had a bit of a drop in June and July, so this is the number of views. And I think I may have lost direction in my message, what I was talking about. And so that kind of, if people are confused, they're not going to buy. They're not going to subscribe, usually. And so I picked up once again in August. Now, by this time, I got to at the end of August, when you add all that up, 200, 400, I already had 100 subscribers. 150, so that's 500, 550. Anyway, you add it all up, it comes to 1,000. I got to 1,000 subscribers at the end of August. And at that point, I was able to turn on ads. It took a couple of weeks to sort it all out, but ads came on in September. And I'll share with you shortly what that meant in terms of revenue. And then October, you can see I had my best month in terms of new subscribers. So 349. So there's 31 days in October. So that's about 11 per day. 11 new subscribers on average. And then November was pretty steady. And then December, we're not actually finished December at the time of recording this. So that's why December is still, is not as high as some of those other months. Now, what I want to show you is a couple of other things that I tweaked or worked on. So one is the impressions. So what are impressions? Impressions, well, I got all of this information, by the way, from YouTube Studio when I went into here, into analytics, and I was able to go to something like reach here. And this shows you the impressions. How many times your videos with the thumbnails, those little short pictures, were shown to viewers. So this only shows impressions on YouTube, not if it appears, on a website or LinkedIn or social media or something. How many times your video and thumbnails were viewed? So they just scrolled past. Somebody saw so this is how many impressions that YouTube decided to put my video in front of this many people. Or of course some people might have seen it 10 times, right? Or 100 times in the month, whatever. So all of those are impressions. But of course an impression is not money in the bank. You need people to click on the thumbnail. And so once again, you can see here in January, February, I didn't have any notion of what a thumbnail even was. Somebody told me I need to start paying attention to thumbnails. So I started improving those in maybe March. Once again, lost direction on my channel. My channel theme, I suppose, in May, June, July. And so I got punished for that a bit. But then I started to pick it up again in August. And as you can see, that click-through rate, so that's where people see your video and then click on it to watch some of it, that has been increasing gradually. So that's really, really good. How do you do that? Well, by improving the titles and improving your thumbnails. Make it a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more attractive for people to watch. So what you can see here is, just imagine that from August to September, I went from 10% to 11%. It doesn't seem much, okay? It doesn't seem much. But so that's an increase of actually 1% from 10 to 11. So I've gone from 1%, but 1% of 572,000 impressions is 57,000 impressions, right? And so 57,000 impressions, just increases the views dramatically just by improving one thumbnail, or improving the title. So little things just improve as you go, just little things. Now we go over to here and have a look at the revenue numbers. And as I mentioned before, I didn't get monetization approved until the middle of September. And once that happened, then I started to get monetized playbacks. So monetized playback means basically a view of an ad. 44,000 views of ads that people saw on my channel for pretty much about half a month. And so this was my very first paycheck, $276 US from half of September. That didn't get paid until October, actually until November. The first one had some problems getting the bank account details working. Now this is also interesting, is the cost per mille, or this is how much YouTube advertisers have to pay to get in front, to get 1,000 of these things, 1,000 views, monetized playbacks. And so, or is it 1,000 views on the channel actually? I think it's this one here. So it's $11.32. And the CPM, well, you don't have much control over it, but it depends on the topic and depends on the audience and where they're from. Your CPM can be, quite high, can be a lot higher. And so you can see that my CPM so far has been going up. And so that means advertisers are paying YouTube more, and therefore my cut is going to be higher as well. That $2.27 is very low because it's only for half a month, really, compared to a month's worth of views, but only half a month's worth of ads, right? And so we really start measuring from here. So what I'm saying, so this is the revenue per mille, or my cut, my share, just from YouTube ads. And I don't have any other income streams on YouTube at the moment, such as Super Chat and so on. So where people give a donation while you're live, while you're doing a live video. So as you can see, it's incremental improvements. Okay, you fix this. Oh, maybe I should be doing a different topic and checking the search. What are people searching for? And then do some videos on those topics. Because YouTube's goal is to get your videos in front of people who are looking for, just to match your videos to what they're on the hunt for, okay, or what they have expressed some sort of interest in, right? And so just by doing that and getting a video on a right topic, it increased the number of people who at least saw the video scrolling past went from 5,000 to 113,000 in a month. And then the click-through rate too, just by putting in even a very basic thumbnail. And so the views escalated astronomically as well. Subscribers grew very, very handsomely. And then eventually, once I got approved, then my revenue started to grow as well. Okay, so this is per month. This is US dollars. And my subscriber base has started to grow as well. So what I wanted to show you here is that you work on one of these metrics. How can I improve the impressions? How can I improve the click-through rate? How can I maybe call people to become subscribers? How can I keep them watching so that they will see more ads as well? How can I keep my videos more engaging? So these are all the things I wanted to show you, is that you can improve just by keeping track of things and just by focusing on one tiny thing, one simple metric. This one here, for example, impressions, means that you can really grow how many people see your videos, and then how many click through to them, watch the views, and then get the money. Then you eventually get the money. Of course, you've got to get approved by the YouTube Partner Program. I'll include a link into the Partner Program in the bottom, in the description for this video. And if you want to know more about this, then drop a comment.